Hi guys, it's Jaden here, and I'm back with my second custom track. Once again, this was made for the custom track jam, so it's not the greatest track, but actually I'm pretty proud of how it turned out. Now, the theme for this custom track jam was Twilight, and obviously the first thing my mind went to was the battle stage, DS Twilight House. So you'll notice the beginning of the race does look very similar to that race, because I obviously was trying to replicate it as much as possible. And then I decided that I thought some other people might do this idea, even though it's kind of stupid now that I think about it in retrospect. So I wanted to add something else. So I decided I'd kind of make it a mix between DS Twilight House and N64 Skyscraper, which is the other battle stage that kind of takes place during Twilight, but more like, you know, in the middle of the night. So I tried to do a kind of like a contrast between the two, where you start out in the Twilight House, drive through, get to the skyscraper, and come back. And you'll see that in a moment, though. The name of the track, though, which I was running really short in time, so I'm gonna be honest, I just looked up synonyms to Twilight on Google, and yeah, one of the words that popped up that I found interesting was Crepuscular. Apparently that means Twilight, so that's what I named it. Well, Crepuscular crossover, because it's a crossover between two battle stages. So, without further ado, I'll show you this track. I definitely, I would like to say this was an improvement from my first race. I did in a few new things. There's parts I don't like, but overall I think it's better, so you'll see in a moment. First things first, I literally just took the post effects, which is like the lighting from DS Twilight House, so it actually looks pretty nice that way. But you'll see, you start off right by going to the cannon, and apparently you can make it so actually it's the sound effects. Of course I did that. Gigantic Mario statue, it's kind of unfortunate it loads in so late. I'd rather it just be there the whole time, but you know. But yeah, I'll go the regular route first, then I'll show you some of the alternate routes. You see there's boost panels to the side here if you want. You can trick off all these crates, by the way. And then there's this long section. I did not want to have two cannons. I thought that'd be a little weird, or like not very well designed. So I added this kind of connector, some thwomps, which I got to work. Though they were actually too small, so I made them twice as big. And yeah, you might be already able to see the secret route. I don't know if everyone found it though, but I'll go the regular route first. We'll go back to that. Yeah, this is the DS Twilight House part I was talking about. And as you can see, the lap is about 50 seconds, so it's much longer than my first race. So yeah, I'll go the shortcut route now, because believe it or not, if you just like in the regular race, there's that like inner circle you can get to, so I decided to leave that in. It's like a shortcut. So you can kind of cut over here, and I'm pretty certain this is much faster. I didn't really design this with it trying to balance all the routes as much, because I just figured, you know, people are just going to play it once to see how much fun it is, you know. So I wasn't really going to focus on how well it would play at first, but it does play pretty well, at least in my opinion, I hope. You can see a lot of the railing here. The caution border, I don't know what to call it. It's trickable, but anyway, here's the alternate route. You can also go up on here, on that railing. It's kind of hard, though. We'll see if I can make this. Oh, I just messed that up. But you can do it shroomless. I'll try it again. Why not? But yeah, this is the... I'm not sure how obvious this was, if this even existed, so hopefully people actually found it when they were playing through it. But yeah, here we go. Roof route. You can fall through here. I guess I'll show that lap 2. And you can go right into here. Right into lap 3. And I'll show... Honestly, and once again, the top route there, just like the inside here, is extremely broken. I think the top route there, even though it's secret, is a lot slower, but I didn't really have time to balance the routes or make it sure it's faster or not. I just hope people would notice that and be like, oh, that's a nice touch, you know? Yeah, I guess I never updated checkout route either, but I might start doing that now. There is the third track I'm working on too outside of this, but that still is a while too. But I definitely am not done with this track. I like it enough that I want to perfect it. I'll use a mushroom here to make sure I make it. And yeah, if you keep going, you can get right here. And if you use a mushroom here, I bet you can go over there. It's kind of hard. I missed though. But you can go over the wall. That's probably not worth it either. But yeah, I guess that is a Crepuscular crossover for you right there. But might as well show you an actual versus race like the last time, so we'll do that too. I did once again program all the computers to go the correct way and items as well, which was harder obviously with like a lot more routes and ways it could go. And there's one more small touch I did add that's only possible when you play in well, I guess it's possible in time trial too, but you'll see what it is. But yeah, I guess I'll play as my classic me right here. The Magic Cruiser, why not? That's pretty much, I don't know. fun fact, I guess that's my favorite vehicle is the Magic Cruiser. Don't ask me why. Also, I'm pretty sure I just chose time travel again. I'm like 99% certain I did that. Actually, no, I didn't ask for ghosts. You know what? Yeah, there we go. I actually did something right. Heck yeah. Alright, as you see though, the cutscene, once again, not faring so well. And this time, for whatever reason, it just loops infinitely. And you know what? So, people were probably sitting here for a while, a little bit confused why the race wasn't starting, but you can just press the button to end it, so at least it's not a soft lock. You can actually access the track. But yeah. But you're going to notice the extra thing I was talking about in just an instant here. You'll see. Yeah, oh, actually, it did actually choose my me. Yeah, see, that's one of the little bugs I left in it. It's no time to fix it. You'll get random airtime or bonk randomly. But yeah, the thing I was pointing out is that it'll use your me as like the statue, which I think it's a really neat touch. But I had like, there's specific files designated to be able to tell that and make that statue work properly. And I had to include all those. Though you can just basically copy and paste that from the track where it is in. So believe it or not, that actually wasn't very difficult. But, oh, well, there we go. Guess I might as well show the fact that I actually made the respawns accurate this time instead of just putting invisible walls around the track last time, which is what I did. I made it so there's like no way to fall off in the first track, so I wouldn't have to worry about respawns. But in this track, the respawns are actually accurate. You see, there are item boxes up here too. Oh yeah, I guess you can see another. You know, that's what I'm not falling off the track because I'm terrible at my own track. It's because I want to show all the amazing respawns I programmed. Because I definitely knew what I was doing. But yeah, as you can see, I don't know. I'm not sure what the next theme's gonna be, but I definitely want to try even more new things. Like I branched out this time. You see, I put a lot of objects in, which I don't think I put any objects in my last track actually. I put the cannon, you know, the statue, the thwomps and such. I actually had the boost panels to work, that kind of thing. Like I don't want to like rush it too much. I'm just gonna try to like learn one thing at a time, you know. And hopefully by the end of this whole custom track jam season, I'll actually be semi-decent at making tracks. But yeah, I mean, once I said, I think I said this earlier, I'm gonna probably try to update these tracks eventually, not probably until after all the CT jams are done, that I like for this season at least. But I'll at least make these tracks like updated and such. We'll try again. Let's land up here. Yeah, I knew it was possible. And yeah, I made that trickable too. Finally got to show that off. It's kind of hard to pull off, obviously, and definitely not worth it, but it's cool. And yeah. Yeah, that's. I think I said that earlier too. There's just small collision errors and such, but I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, actually, I'll point out one thing, because I thought this was kind of funny. Because why not? Who cares if I lose? In my first race, you may remember that I had like an arrow like this, like the red arrow. It was basically the same exact like color too. I used the same texture as before, and that I used the same arrow here. So and like this track's pretty similar too. Like it has a cannon. It's kind of like an oval shape. So I figured people would figure out my trackers, but it seems like no one really did. Like I actually managed to keep it a secret somewhat. You know, I'm terrible at keeping secrets. I really wanted to tell people, but I kept it secret. I might as well try this one last time. We'll see if I can get up on the side. Aw, dang it. That's possible. You can get on the side of the wall there. Well, I'm getting last, but you know, it was worth it. I showed you the one small detail. And yeah, that's a Crepuscular crossover. And thanks for watching. And a couple weeks or so, again, I should be back with, you know, hopefully my third custom track. If I actually, you know, finish it on time. This one was, last time I finished with this minutes to spare, but this time I had a little bit of extra time, like 10 minutes, you know, that's just a step in the right direction. We're getting there. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back, hopefully with other videos too. I'm kind of unmotivated right now to make videos, a little burnout from earlier this year, but I'm trying to get that back now this summer, so we'll see. But once again, one final time, thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon.